Good morning. Just thought sorry, I won't wobble this. Just thought I'd get on here and just check in. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's been a really hard 3 days for me. I just absolutely crashed, and crashing means I just totally lost myself. And when I lose myself, I don't have any capacity, I don't have any reserves, I don't have anything left. And so if there's any sort of people who are triggering around me, or people who are like coming after me, or people who aren't being like right in themselves, I can't even handle it. And so I just lose myself, and I completely lost myself and had such a horrific day. Hardly knew where I was, what I was doing. My energy level just absolutely like plummeted. I have a, sorry, I'm try not to move here because I know it's not the best thing to watch when I'm moving all around. The camera's moving. So I have what's called an oximeter. And what it does is it reads your oxygen level and your heart rate. So I've been monitoring that ever since I got my diagnosis. I've had one of these. Probably one of the best things I invested in, because if I have like fears, I can quickly alleviate them by doing a scan on here. So I'll show you what I do. I know this is getting kind of off topic, but then you press the button on here. It's just like the ones they have in the hospital. So I'll just leave that and I'll just breathe. Anyway, I had this, thank God, because it allowed me to measure my oxygen levels and my heart rate. But one of the things that was concerning for me is my heart rate was really high compared to what it normally is. Like, I range anywhere between 54 to 80, but mostly in the 54, 55 up to 60, maybe 65, sometimes up to 80. But I was ranging in the over 100 heartbeats per minute. And so that's a little bit concerning. First, I thought it was low blood pressure. Then I started thinking it might be high blood pressure. Yesterday, I couldn't get out of bed. Energy just throttled. And my heart rate was like escalated for sure. And I can feel it. It's exhausting. And I read about high blood pressure, and it's not good for a period of time. And I have a blood pressure meter, but I can't find it, and I don't have the energy to find it, so can't relieve myself. But anyway, so I've just been like crashed out in bed, mentally not well, like really dark thoughts. And dark thoughts, I mean like death, leaving the planet, absolute like suffering, just screaming for help, panic and terror attacks, getting up and feeling like just exhausted. When I get up and I just walk a little bit, my heart rate escalates. And so anyway, I have been sort of sitting with myself and just really checking in to see what's happening. And I know there's a lot going on in the world. And what I think is going on for me is they call it the Ascension. And the physical body is going from like a carbon-based frequency to a crystal-based frequency. And that's a really up level. That's a really huge up level for the body to be like this physical, tangible, tactile, vulnerable body to be processing. So there's going to be symptoms, and the symptoms I'm having are the symptoms I've told you about. Anyway, look at, I've got, I don't know if you can see that, 98.73. So I have a 98 oxygen rate, which is really good, and a 73 heart rate, which is within normal parameters, but it's still a bit high for me, but I'll I'll take that 73. So anyway, if any of you else are suffering or in a state, yeah, really deep darkness, really intense, like couples, uh, like getting into like fights and like just bickering over small things. Not me. I'm not a bickerer and I'm not a fight starter. However, been involved in some fights and it's awful. It just takes me out. I am demolished and taken out, and I'm not managing or handling it well at all. And my mental state is really compromised right now. So I'm just really feeling so much. And for me, it's like the best medicine is just rest. In bed, rest. Drink lots of fluid. Um, Luckily, I have a really wonderful partner, and he's brought me some iron and some really beautiful iron shots, lemon and ginger shots, and some garlic to help regulate my blood pressure, and just brought me a beautiful quinoa salad. And so, like, you know, it's so nice to be going through this and have someone else that can help and support you through it. So I hope all the rest of you are getting support and help if any of this is happening to you. And just know that this too will pass. And we're going through a huge up leveling, and the symptoms in the body are going to be pretty intense and extreme.